Anil sir, can we have the welcome screen?
No.
Yes, Anil, start.
A very good morning to one and all present here. This is Saranraj from Tamil Nadu and my friend Abrar Sharif from Southern Railway. Welcome you all the guest panelists, attendees and viewers for this webinar. Also, we extend our welcome to all the viewers in YouTube channel of BSC India and I request you to invite at least 5 friends to join in the webinar through YouTube. Please be active, use the Q&A and chat button of the webinar and put your question in YouTube live chat. Our team members will collect it and share it to speakers and our one delegate from each state and present here as attendees and all the other members are participating in YouTube channel. Today is the fourth day of the webinar on Better World Framework and Mr. Syed Castillo, Director Educational Method, World Scout Bureau, Asia Pacific Support Center with us to deliver the section on Scouts for Sustainable Development Goals, a burning topic to create a better world. Also, our Vice President of BSC India and President of Madhya Pradesh, Sri Ashok Agralji with us to bless the occasion and another senior most Vice President of BSC India and State Chief Commissioner of Odisha State, Dr. KP Misra ji also joined with us to bless the occasion. Let's start our day with prayer. I request everyone to rise for prayer.
दया कर दान भक्ति का हमें परमात्मा देना, दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना, हमारे ध्यान में आओ प्रभु, आँखों में बस जाओ, अंधेरे दिल में आकर के परम ज्योति जगा देना, बहा दो प्रेम की गंगा, दिलों में प्रेम का सागर, हमें आपस में मिलजुल कर प्रभु रहना सिखा देना, हमारा कर्म हो सेवा, हमारा धर्म हो सेवा, सदा ईमान हो सेवा, वो सेवक चर बना देना, वतन के वास्ते जीना, वतन के वास्ते मरना, वतन पर जान फिदा करना, प्रभु हमको सिखा देना, दया कर दान भक्ति का हमें परमात्मा देना, दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना।
Please be seated. Now I request our director, Sri Rajkumar Kaushik sir, to welcome Mr. Syed Castillo and other dignitaries.
Thank you, sir. Respected Dr. K.P. Mishra ji, the Vice President and the State Chief Commissioner of Odisha State. Respected Ashok Gargal ji, the President of Madhya Pradesh Barking Guides, Mayor of Morena and Vice President of Barking Guides, and Mr. Sid, the Director Educational Method, APR. We welcome you, sir, on the behalf of Dr. K.K. Khandelwal, our Chief National Commissioner, and as well as the President, Dr. Anil Kumar Jain, in this webinar. And for the information of the participants, if I will not tell about these three people, it will not be a good welcome on my part. Dr. K.P. Mishra is well known for not only as an educationist, as well as a social worker in Odisha State. And he is the senior most vice president as on today in the Barking Guides, and always he bless not only national quarter, even all the youth of the BHG India always. And in regard to Ashok Gargal ji is concerned, he was minister, he was member of parliament and MLA in Madhya Pradesh, from Madhya Pradesh, Morena and Gwalior. And he is well known for his courteousness in the organization, and not only organization, even in the Morena and Gwalior constituency of Madhya Pradesh. And always I have never seen him in agreement at any time, in whatever the situation is. So we welcome both of you, sir, and we hope that with your blessings will continue on BHG India, and you will always be with us as our parents, as our guardian in the organization. And whereas Siddhi Castillo is concerned, I think now he has become 25% Indian. And namaskar, Sid Saab, Sid Bhai. So welcome to BHG India once again, and our webinar. मैं सभी पार्टिसिपेंट जो हमारे हिंदी क्षेत्र के हैं उनके लिए बता दूं, हमारे डॉक्टर के.पी. मिश्रा जी जो वाइस प्रेसिडेंट भी हैं और स्टेट चीफ कमिश्नर उड़ीसा स्टेट है, हमेशा उनका आशीर्वाद भारत वेक्स के ऊपर रहा है और हमेशा उनकी गाइडेंस रही है। वो एक बहुत ही अच्छे कानूनविद्ता भी हैं, और साथ में उनका जो सोशल वर्क है, जो भुवनेश्वर और आसपास के क्षेत्रों में पूरे उड़ीसा के अंदर, वो सभी को उसकी पूरी जानकारी है। उड़ीसा के अंदर आप कहीं भी पूछेंगे तो ऐसे लोगों का हमारे सिर पे साया है। उसी तरह से अशोक करगल जी जो एमपी भी रहे, एमएलए भी रहे और अभी मेयर हैं मुरैना के, और भारत गाइड्स मध्य प्रदेश के अध्यक्ष भी हैं और हमारे उपाध्यक्ष भी हैं। वो भी हमेशा अपनी विनम्रता के उसमें जाने जाते हैं, और आज तक मैंने अपनी लाइफ के अंदर कभी उनको गुस्से के मूड में नहीं देखा, हमेशा मुस्कुराते हुए देखा है। और ईश्वर से यही कामना है कि आप हमेशा इसी प्रकार मुस्कुराते रहें और अपना आशीर्वाद हमारे ऊपर बना के रखें। और जहाँ तक सिद्ध कैस्टिलियो जो कि डायरेक्टर हैं एजुकेशनल मेथड के, यानी शिक्षा जो एजुकेशनल मीन्स स्काउटिंग की जो शिक्षा है उसके बारे में वो रिसर्च करते रहते हैं और भारत में अक्सर आए हैं। और अभी मैं ये कहता हूँ कि आज की डेट में वो 25% भारतीय भी हो गए हैं, तो कोई गलत नहीं है। उनको बहुत हिंदी के वर्ड्स अच्छे से आते हैं और हिंदी में कभी कभी बात भी करते हैं टूटी फूटी। तो मैं आप तीनों का इस BHG की वेबिनार के अंदर जो कि बेटर वर्ड फ्रेमवर्क के ऊपर है, मैं आपका स्वागत करता हूं और मैं सभी पार्टिसिपेंट का भी स्वागत करता हूं। I welcome to all the participants also who are in the panel as a delegate or as well as on YouTube. So once again, welcome to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. K.P. Mishra ji, Vice President, State Chief Commissioner, Odisha State, to bless the occasion.
Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Namaskar. Very good morning to all respected international, national, and regional leaders, and my dear young minds participants, respected Mayor Sahab, Vice President Mr. Argal, President Madhya Pradesh, Mr. Castilla, Fayed Castilla, whom I met in the Korea and as well as in Azerbaijan, respected Deputy National Commissioner Madhusudan Avlaji, respected Director Sri Kaushik ji, and all other persons present now. During lockdown in the country and under the threat of Corona, a great challenge period for all of us. The Bharat Scout Guides, by the help of OJM and Asia Pacific region, is conducting such a nice, educating, useful program to inspire Scout Guides members to protect our own environment, protect the planet in which we are living through 17 goals of sustainable development goals. Now, Bharat Scout Guide is conducting many virtual programs and activities. This is another one. I understand more than 5,000 people are watching every day in the YouTube. I am grateful to all speakers who enlightened the program, shared their views on better world framework. I thank the Chief National Commissioner, Dr. Khandelwal, the Director, Mr. Kaushik, his team, all who provided the technological support to this webinar. Thanks all participants. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Ashok Akarji, Vice President of BST India and President of Madhya Pradesh State, to bless the occasion.
सर माइक अनम्यूट कीजिए सर. यस.
धन्यवाद. सभी को नमस्कार. आवाज आ रहा है?
आ रहा है सर.
मुझे यह जानकर बहुत खुशी हुई, भारत स्काउट गाइड राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर मुख्यालय के वर्ल्ड स्काउट प्रोग्राम पर वेबिनार का आयोजन किया है, जिसको 5 जुलाई से 20 जुलाई तक बेहतर फ्रेमवर्क के रूप में जाना जाता है. कोरोना वायरस महामारी के कारण महत्वपूर्ण समय में हमारे स्काउट गाइड को डिजिटल रूप में संकलन करने को यह सबसे अच्छा तरीका है. मैं श्री राजकुमार कौशिक, निर्देशक, और उनकी टीम को इस शानदार पहल के लिए सराहना करता हूं. राष्ट्रीय मुख्यालय के उपाध्यक्ष होने के नाते मैं श्री सिद्दीकी एसीसी कैस्टिलो, निर्देशक, विश्व स्काउट ब्यूरो एशिया प्रशांत क्षेत्र में, उनके समर्थक और बैट्सम के सभी अधिकारी का हार्दिक स्वागत भी करता हूं. हमारे सभी स्काउट गाइड, रोवर्स, रेंजर और हमारे सभी स्काउट गाइडर्स, रोवर्स, रेंजर और वयस्क लीडरों को, इस वेबिनार के प्रतिभाग के वयस्क लीडरों को मेरी ओर से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. भगवान आप सभी को आशीर्वाद दे, कुशलता से रखे. कोरोना का संकट चल रहा है. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय स्काउट.
Thank you, sir. It's time to start our session. And I request our Deputy Director by Program, Sri Amarpreet Chitri, for brief information about the webinar and starts today's section.
Thank you, Saranraj. सभी को नमस्कार. Most Honorable and respected Dr. K.P. Mishra sir, Vice President, Bharat Scouts and Guides, Shri Ashok Argal sir, Honorable Vice President, Bharat Scouts and Guides, respected Shri Madhusudan Abalaji, Deputy International Commissioner Scout, respected Director Sir, हमारे साथी मिस्टर सिड कास्टिलो, डायरेक्टर एजुकेशनल मेथड्स APR, वोजम, सभी भारत स्काउट्स एंड गाइड्स के हमारे प्रोफेशनल्स, जॉइंट डायरेक्टर से लेकर ROCs तक. Sir, this is a proud privilege to introduce the event. This is for the first time the Bharat Scouts and Guides has organized the World Scout event. This is a World Scout program entitled Better World from Work. Total 2,788 young people of the Bharat Scouts and Guides from 52 state associations have registered for this event. We have allotted one each candidate as a panel inside the webinar, and the rest are participating in this webinar from the Bharat Scouts and Guides YouTube channel. And we are really getting a thundering participation daily. Today is the 4th day of our webinar. The webinar was started on 5th, which was inaugurated by the Regional Director, Asia Pacific Support Center, Mr. GRC Panglinan. And we are getting full support from the World Scout Bureau Global Support Center, as well as World Scout Bureau Asia Pacific Support Center. Mr. Prasanna, the Director of Organizational and Messenger of Peace, APR, has already session MOP initiatives. Yesterday, Ms. Cynthia Marquardt, Senior Manager, Educational Initiatives and Messenger of Peace, Global Support Center, World Scout Bureau, has delivered a session on Champion for Nature Challenge and our tribe. Today, Mr. Sid Castillo, the Director, Asia Pacific Region of World Scout Bureau, is delivering a session on Scouts for SDGs. Our Deputy International Commissioner Scout has started the introduction of World Scout programs on the first day. Similarly, we will be having other guest speakers from World Scout Bureau from 17th onwards. This digital program is capped to engage our young people in this crucial period of novel COVID pandemic. And this has created a milestone in the history of the Bharat Scouts and Guides, that such a huge thundering participation with 52 state associations out of 53 state associations. And all the young people are very interestingly participating and asking the questions to the guest speakers. We are sure the Bharat Scouts and Guides will be benefited with this webinar. Sir, this webinar is made successful only by our Messenger of Peace, state and local coordinators, as well as our regional headquarters coordinators, who are working day and night for the last 1 month to make this webinar a great success. We have 27 Messenger of Peace, state coordinators, local coordinators under the leadership of Mr. Anilendra Sharma, Assistant Director, Northeast Region, are working day and night to make this event a great success with the support of all the Assistant Directors of 6 regions of the Bharat Scouts and Guides. Sir, this webinar will also have the opportunity to discuss the upcoming, the most important part of Messenger of Peace, that is celebration of International Day for Peace on 21st September in a befitting manner, virtually or from home, with the theme announced by the United Nations, Shaping Peace Together. This webinar will discuss how to celebrate this grand day. Sir, Bharat Scouts and Guides is always known in peace actions with the objective of creating massive awareness on the roles the young people can play as a global citizen. As a Messenger of Peace National Scout Coordinator, I would also like to welcome all our Honorable Vice President, Dr. KP Mishra sir, Argal sir, and our brother Mr. Sid Castillo. Chief Castillo is always supporting the Bharat Scouts and Guides in all the educational activities that is taking place in the NSO. So I'm sure today our young people will be benefited with the session that is SDG, which is very important in today's future, not only in the organization, but to the non-scouts as well. So I welcome Mr. Sheet with your session, and definitely our young people will inspire and motivated to implement further the Scouts for SDG. Thank you, and I welcome Mr. Sid Castillo for his session.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the very generous introduction. Let me start by sharing my slides. Desktop 2, share. Okay. Does everybody see the slides now?
Perfect.
Yes. Okay, good. So let me start this with a very short story. During the earlier time of as a young executive of the World Scout Bureau, maybe this happened. Maybe my second visit to India, when I was walking around the headquarters towards the cremation site of Gandhiji. So an elderly lady approached me and suddenly touched my feet, and was speaking in Hindi and asking for something. Of course, I was shocked because that was my first time somebody was touching my feet. So I didn't know what to do, but to run away. So when I reached the headquarters back, I asked around, and I found out that this lady is begging for alms, asking for money, begging, and she was touching my feet because this is a sign of respect that you give, especially to the elders. So I was thinking, what should have what should have I done for this lady? If I was reflecting that if I give her outright money, she will stay in the street, because as long as you give money, this will not she will stay there in the street, because she has this every time she will receive money. So I was thinking of that quotation that give somebody a fish and he lives for a day, but teach somebody how to fish and they will live forever. Okay, so I would like to, with this small story, I would like to ask the audience to take up your mobile phone, and then I'll send you a Slido invitation, and then you can type the QR code. Yeah, this one. So you can type slido.com and enter hashtag J692 in the event, or you just take a picture of the QR code. So I'll give you a few minutes to do that. Okay, if everybody's in, let's see. So you can go to slido.com, and if it's ask you the event name is #J or for Juliet 692, or take a picture of the QR code. Okay, let's do this. Hold on. Oops. Wait. It skipped. Okay. Okay. So 15 seconds to answer. The Sustainable Development Goals were agreed in which year? Wow, 50-50. 50% of you, oh, only 2 are answering the questions. Again, you can always join at slido.com. The event is J692, or take a picture of the QR code. Okay, question number 2.
So can you change the next slide with the QR code? The QR code slide is not visible.
The QR code is beside the. Wait, maybe
You
I
have to
should.
move the slide. Yeah.
Wait. Maybe we should go back to. Okay, let's do this again. Can you see the QR code?
No.
No? Something went wrong, Madhu. Hold on, let me correct this one. Screen share.
For all our participants, while Sidhbhai is setting the screen, what you can do is visit slido.com. आप आपका ब्राउजर में slido.com पे विजिट कीजिए और वहाँ पे इवेंट ज्वाइन कीजिए #J692. हैश पहले से ही उस बॉक्स में रहेगा, आपको J692 एंटर करना है, देन यू आर रेडी टू टेक द क्विज. Okay, now the QR is visible on the screen.
Yeah. Okay, now it's good. 72% says it's 2015, and the correct answer is 2015. Okay. Question number 2. How many sustainable development goals have been agreed to by all world's nations as part of the 2030 agenda? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Answers. 80% of you says 17 SDGs, and the correct answer is 17. Next question, 15 seconds. The purpose of the SDGs is to. This is longer. This is 25 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, you are correct. The answer is to help all humans live sustainability. I think Madhubay, I don't need to teach this session. Everybody knows everyone. Which of the following is not part of the Sustainable Development Goals? Yes, 60%. Telling that provision of internet services is not part. Well, it is desirable that everybody will have internet services for all, but then it's not really part of the Sustainable Development Goal. Very good. Next question. Which of the following is not true about the SDGs? The answers, thank you. 7% says they encourage the promotion of health, well-being, and education for all at all ages. 26% said they explicitly promote innovation. 20% include the development of sustainable cities and infrastructure and industry. And 48% they are legally binding international treaty. The correct answer is yes. This legally binding international treaty is not true about the SDG. Next question. What qualities do people need to be change makers for sustainability? Knowledge about SDE, skills to encourage, values and attitude that supports sustainable development, sustainable habits. Yes, 49% of you says you need to have sustainable habits to be change makers for sustainability. And you are correct, 49%. Next question, who said there is no plan B because there is no planet B? Oh, okay. The one who said this is UN Secretary General, the former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. Next, this is a long one. What can individuals do to help realize the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals? You are correct. It's really all of the above. So 80% of you believes that all of these answers above are needed to help realize the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. So we will talk about this and more. Let me just switch to my slides. Madhubay,
Yes, Sidbhai.
should we continue because your participants knows already about SDGs?
Yeah, we should continue. They want to know more.
Okay, so this is the 17 SDGs. I will not really explain to you each one because I feel that you are very aware of this. You
But
can
your
always,
slides are not on.
sorry?
Your slides are not seen.
Oh, yeah. I forget to share. Thank you for that. What happened? Okay. Is the screen shared?
Screen shared, and we need the presentation view. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the 17 development goals, Sustainable Development Goals. I will not deal with it each one because this can be done as an homework. So you can always Google this. But then I have a few more slides that's very important. So one is sustainable development has defined to be, and this is very important, is meeting the needs of the present generation without really compromising the needs of the generation in the future. So this is sustainable development, and for SDGs to be achieved, there are three pillars, they say, or dimension, which is economic growth, social inclusion, and environmental protection. And this is like, and these are three core elements that should be harmonized together. One way to look at it is the 5 Ps of the sustainable development. So people, prosperity, peace, partnership, and the planet. Um, so people are end poverty and hunger in all forms and ensure dignity and equality. So that means these 17 SDGs is addressed or divided into these 5 Ps. So prosperity, ensure prosperous and fulfilling lives in harmony with nature. Peace is foster peaceful, just, and inclusive society. Partnership, implement the agenda through a solid global partnership. And the planet is protect our planet's natural resources and climate for future generations. So if you will see in this slide, for planet, you can see all the development goal which is related to environment. So the light blue one, let me just spotlight. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Changed. Okay, so this one is water, meaning clean access to clean water. This one is sustainable production. So all these are connected to the planet. This one is all connected to prosperity or economics, peace. Only one partnership is only one. Plus, this one is all people. So this is health, gender equality, quality education, and so on and so forth. So what does this bars represent? Okay, so the dotted line outside represent the target in 2030 of the SDG. So the bars represent the countries, and you can see that some has not really reached the target. Some has already reached the target, but then we need to work together so that all these bars reach to the dotted line. Yeah. So the Scout movement, good. The Scout movement is united to achieve these SDGs. Yeah. So can you tell me what is this? What is the picture about? Sorry, I cannot. In my view, I cannot see the chat box. So maybe somebody can read it for me. So the question is, this image of the Earth, when was it taken and where? Can somebody read the answers? Because I cannot see it from here.
Blue Planet,
Yep.
Planet Earth,
Yep.
Earth 1972,
Yeah.
Apollo 11,
Yeah.
and on the YouTube it is coming Mother Earth, World, our planet, Moon, in the space, image of Earth.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Madhu. So it's very obvious that you have seen the slides before. You're correct. This picture was taken in 1972. To be exact, December 7. Not from Apollo 11, but from Apollo 17. Okay, the Apollo 17 mission, and they call this the Blue Planet. Okay, so let's go back to our Slido. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong button. And okay. So on the same QR code, share one word to describe our planet in 2030. So full of pollution, blue planet, disaster. Yeah, what does our planet look like in 2030? Lack of oxygen, green planet, free of pollution. Yeah, as you can see, the bigger the letters now you can see in the screen. You cannot see the screen, so I haven't shared it. Share that one. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, the bigger the words, that means many of you are saying this, no? Sustainable planet, clean environment, green plant, mother, green earth, clean environment. Okay, so I will deactivate the poll. I have to stop sharing that one, and then I go back to desktop 2. Okay. So the blue planet, you have shared one word, which is the biggest one, is green plant, or maybe green planet. And what is the Scouts for SDGs? Okay, so in 1908, sorry, 1907, BP, Baden-Powell, organized a group of kids to camp in Brownsea Island. So in that camp, if we will relate that to the SDG, these are the SDGs that are achieved in that camp. So we have quality education, reduced inequalities, because these are composed of boys in different parts or tier of the economy, sustainable cities and communities, and of course, peace, justice, and strong institution. So what? Yeah. So what is Scouts for SDG? So Scouts for SDG is a mobilization of 50 million scouts. In the whole world, there are about 50 million scouts, and we want to make them active citizens, and to leverage on the Scout Youth Program. Just imagine 171 countries, all of them has youth program, and these 50 million scouts are like a social force to help achieve the SDGs. So the Scout movement's contribution is the largest coordinated youth activation. So 50 million scouts, 2 million local actions related to the 17 goals. So if you look at now at scout.org, you will see 2 million local actions and 3 billion service hours for the sustainable development goals. So because scouting enables young people to be active global citizens, that is one of the mission of scouting, that to be a responsible citizen of his national, his local, national, and international community. So scouting enables young people to be active global citizens, and this is because education is the key to the achievement of this sustainable development. Remember that we are trying to develop sustainable habits among young people. So,
Sidbhai, the slides are missing.
which one?
Uh,
Oh, sorry. I have not shared that one. No.
Okay.
Now you can see?
yes, we can see.
Okay.
Done.
Sorry. Thank you. Thank you for saying, telling that. Okay. So, well, why Scouts for SDGs? So these are few slides. Okay. So, because of the 50 million Scouts, Scouts inspire other Scouts, and maybe Scouts inspire those people or friends that are not really Scouts by telling the story. This is why the scout.org is developed for young people. Okay, inspire more young people by telling story. Become more sustainable as an individual, making communities more resilient. One of the aim of the SDG is to develop sustainable habits for young people in the next generation. So, and scouting contributes to the target so that individuals are more acts sustainably in the future. Okay, and because we are social animals, we need to be, of course, part of the global agenda. We are actors, we are agents of change. And this is, and if we are part of, if we are main actors of the global agenda, that makes scouting relevant to the society. So this is not only hiking, this is not only camping, this is not only not tying, but then people sees us as contributing to a better world, no? Uh, to society to achieve the SDG. So that makes us relevant. So strengthen partnerships and improve fundraising. So Scouts for SDGs really encourage, really encourage to look for partners which has a common aim, common goal, and because we have the enthusiasm and the motivation to do to have an impact to society, we are willing to work with partners, and the partners provide us with some resources to carry out our projects. So by 2030, all Scouts acquire the key competencies to promote sustainable development. So that's what the initial quiz that we have. That the goal of the SDGs is to inculcate sustainable habits to young people, and these are Scouts, no, to promote the key competencies to promote the sustainable development. And how do we do that? Okay, how will Scouts for SDGs work? So this is three parts: inspire, enable, and deliver. So inspire people to become active global citizens by offering them education, training, enabling activities such as offer quality non-formal education to 50 million Scouts, and then deliver service actions or service activity. So as part of the Scouts for SDG mobilization, we will develop and enhance monitoring and evaluation. So this is done through the Better World Framework. So the Better World Framework is a set of coordinated program. So that's the key word there, no? Coordinated program, call to action, or events designed to develop competencies of young people to become active global citizens. So this is what we love to show, that if the core is youth program, and then as you can see, all the things, the youth program is activated, the Better World is going around, and the community members are involved, and the partners are also involved. So this is scouting for sustainable development goals. And the center of this is the Better World Framework. Yeah, Better World Framework. So let us look at the each of the challenges. For example, yeah, this is a better slide. So the Scouts of the World Award, as you can see, the Scouts of the World Award tries to achieve all the 17 goals. Okay, so under the Scouts of the World Award is the Patromonito Scout Badge, which is for young people 15 to 26 years old. So as you can see, the SDG, the goal addressed by Patromonito Badge, is quality education, sustainable cities and institutions, and partnership. This is offered by the UNESCO World Heritage Unit of UNESCO. Okay, yeah, Patromonito Badge. The World Scout Environment Program connects with nature to think about how to interact with the environment and to take action to protect it. If you remember the World Scout Environment Program, this will now be replaced by Earth Tribe. Okay, so the Earth Tribe is a global community of young people working to preserve and protect our planet. So again, you will see the highlighted SDG. So the Earth Tribe addresses all the environment-related sustainable goals. So life above, life on land, life in water, climate action, and etc. Okay, so go solar. Sorry, it's too fast. Go Solar addresses sustainable cities and institutions. So create awareness, increase knowledge, and develop skills of scouts with regard to solar energy. Okay. Alternative energy, SDG 7. So of course the He for She campaign, I'm sure you are aware of this because India is the Bharat Scouting Guides is very strong of this. So that mainly addresses SDG 5. So there's an action kit which was developed in collaboration with the United Nations He for She. Dialogue for Peace is to gain mutual respect and understanding, and learn about each other's identities while appreciating differences. So again, the highlight is especially 16, and where is peace? Oh yeah, 16. Okay. So the Messengers of Peace Network, again, tries to achieve all the 17 goals. So again, India is very strong with the Messengers of Peace program and the network. Okay. And then these are our partners, He for She, the UN, WWF for Earth Tribe, CAICID Dialogue Center for Dialogue for Peace, UNESCO for that Patrimonito badge, World Association of Girl Guides and Scouts for some Yunga badge, Greenpeace in South Africa for Scouts Go Solar, UN Environment for Tide Turners, and Al-Walid Philanthropies are a foundation that funds our activities on Scouts of the World Award. So these are the things now that we have accomplished. Scouts for SDGs that's launched at the United Nations. We committed 1 billion service hours. So we adapted the Better World Framework Initiative to align with the SDG. There's an online SDG hub, which is SDG. I'll tell you the website on the last slide. And then engaging in influential people, influential public figure. We have now Bear Grylls as the Chief Scout Ambassador. And then supporting 170 NSOs to align to training and capacity building at world and regional levels. We are also positioning young people as agents of change. So that means we are encouraging them, empowering, enabling young people to be agents of change. Support young people to be peer-to-peer mentors and develop a range of new online toolkits and campaigns. So I will tell you more about this in the next slide. So I think that is more or less the next slide. All my presentation, all these slides can be summed up to this saying, which is the Scout slogan, do a good turn daily. Yeah. So if you need more information, you can go to sdgs.scout.org or the Better World Framework resources. You go to services.scout.org/service/5. And then if you are teaching the SDGs to kids, to scouts, if you're leaders, there are 10 ready-to-use lesson plans that I found very useful, including the quiz is there. So I leave the link here so that when you share this slide to you, it will be always here. Okay, so I'll give you 5 seconds to take a picture, maybe. Okay, with that, that's the last slide. Maybe I can answer a few questions. Back to the host. Madhu?
If you have any questions, this is the time for question and answers. There is one question coming, Sidbhai. Do we have any activities to each sustainable development goal? I repeat, do we have any activities to each sustainable development goal?
Do we have any activities for each? Sustainable Development Goals.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the things I think it's very important to take note, that it is not really, it's impossible to have an activity per se only for each SDG, because as we are saying, the SDGs are like the spider's web. It's intertwined with another. Maybe if you do a project or an activity for environment, maybe you will hit also another one, uh, which is life on water. So these things, it's not really, it's not, you know what a silo is? You know, a silo, a missile silo. It's not independent with each other, but see it as a intertwined. No, they are related. It's very difficult to have an activity which is only like which is only life on water. So it's all intertwined.
Thank you. The next question we have is, in what way do SDGs differ from MDGs?
Oh yes, the MDGs was the first one, and then in as I said, in 2013 we have different. Um, uh, in fact, the MDGs is the reason why the Scouts of the World Award was developed. Okay, so the Scouts of the World Award was Scouting's answer to the MDGs. So when the MDGs was evaluated, a new one was launched in 2015, which is now what we are doing now, the Sustainable Development Goals, or the SDGs.
The next question is, can we do the projects on SDGs personally or unit wise?
Yeah, depending on which program you're doing. Well, Scouting is always open. You can do it individually, or you can do it to the unit. But I suggest you do it always through the unit, because we always believe on the small group leadership, because there is an interaction in a small group or in a patrol. Yeah, but
Uh,
you can.
the next question is, how to connect SDGs in a rural background and villages?
How to connect?
SDGs in a rural background and villages.
Um, I Sorry, Madu, I don't understand the question, but I would answer it this way. For example, reduce poverty. Poverty is everywhere, but then poverty not is not really, when when a s- when a place or a village is poor, um, sometimes it's a complicated situation. There's no clean water. There's a question on health. So all these things are, as I said, intertwined, and this is why they identify the three pillars of the SDG, which is environment, economic, and social. So these are all things together. But then the SDGs is are goals that can be applied anywhere. This is a study by the United Nations that target um, that the countries of the world has signed and committed to achieve in 2030.
one more question. If education is the key to achieve sustainable development goal, what are the steps through which we can educate kids of school going children?
Yeah. Just do what scouting is doing now. Tell the story. Put your projects in scout.org. There has been a lot of webinar on how to tell your story. That's one. And maybe in your school, do an awareness drive in the school of what SDG is. You can even wear the SDG pin so that it becomes a conversation piece. When people ask, "What is that?" Oh, that's in fact that's SDG, and then you explain what SDG is. Try to talk to your principal or school principal, and and one of them is to do a awareness drive of what the SDG is. Yeah. Madhu?
That is the last question, and it will be over to the MC and the coordinator to take it forward.
Yeah, just wanted to express my gratitude, Madhu, to the Bharat Scouts and Guides for inviting me again to do this seminar. I'm happy to do. I'm happy always to do this. I miss going to India. I told the friends that the next trip in India will be Shimla, because I want to see the winding roads that only one car can pass.
You are welcome to India anytime.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Dhanyabad, Bahut Dhanyabad. Yeah, thank you and namaste.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful presentation. Now I request Mr. Alendra Sharma, sir, Assistant Director, Northeast Region, to thank Syed, sir.
Thank you, Sharon Raj. On behalf of Bharat Scout and Guide India, we really thankful Sid Castillo sir for your very informative session. And it is more than 350 viewers are there in YouTube and webinar also. They are benefited with this your input session about sustained development goals. And for your kind information, many of our young members, Rover Rangers and unit leaders, they already adopted the goals in different fields and working for SDGs. And by this input session about Scout for SDGs, it will be helpful for all of us. We are really thankful. We extend our heartfelt thanks to our Vice President, Dr. KP Mishra sir, to come over this webinar. And till now, sir, you are with us during your busy schedule also. You are actively watching this webinar. Thank you very much, sir, for your support and guidance. We are always grateful to you. And also we extend our sincere thanks to another Vice President of Bharat Scout and Guide and President of Madhya Pradesh, Ashok Agralji, for your presence in the morning in the webinar. For the viewers and attendees, this is not the end of the webinar. Now we are here with some more information from Bharat Scout and Guide. I request our Deputy Director Arup Sarkar sir to come over here and inform about which is covered in Better World Frameworks. I request Arup Sarkar sir to come over and take charge of these sessions for the next. Arup Sarkar ji.
Good morning to all of you. Honorable KP Mishra sir, Vice President, Bharat Scouts and Guides. Honorable Argal sir, Vice President, Bharat Scouts and Guides National Headquarters. Madhu sir, Deputy International Commissioner. Swami sir, and all the dignitaries, all the panelists, attendees, and those who are live in YouTube channel. A very good morning to all of you. I'm going to present a short information about Ticket to Life.
Orup sir, I am interfering. I think Ashok Agrawal sir is going to say something. He raised hand.
Okay.
Ashok sir, you can say. Ashok Agrawal ji. Sorry for interruption. Sir, you can continue. Arup sir, you can continue.
Okay, yes, sir. Okay. So, very first thing is, what is TTL? In the very beginning, already Sid sir started with his session with a small incident. What happened when he came here at India. So regarding that street children, street kids, we talk, and the project is related with this. So Ticket to Life project. UNICEF reported in 2015 that there are about 25 million children estimated to living on the street in Asia. So on the view of that, and in compared to our country, India has more than 4 lakh street children. 18 million children work on streets, and 5 to 20% has connection with their families. Also, India has the largest population of street children in the world, as we know. The Indian Embassy estimated that around 3,14,700 street children in the cities like Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Kanpur, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, and around. So more than 1 lakh street children there in Delhi. And most of the street children in India are boys.
Arup sir, your screen is not seen.
Screen is not seen?
Yes.
Just a minute.
Can I share from here?
Anand?
Maybe speed of internet. Somebody can share.
Yeah, problem of internet.
Is it visible, sir?
Anil, just it.
Double click.
Is it okay?
No. Anil, screen is not coming.
Jeet is taking care. Arupji, just a minute. Yeah, coming.
Huh?
Yes, continue.
Okay, so अनिल जी आप चला रहा है या इधर से चल रहा है?
मैं चला रहा हूँ सर।
आप चला रहे हैं ना?
हाँ।
Okay, so next slide. Next. Next. Next.
Is okay?
So here in around 1 lakh street children in Delhi, as per UNICEF record, then you see that most of the street children, they are from like big cities, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Kanpur, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Uttar Pradesh. Next. And most of the street children in India are boy, but that does not mean that girls are not homeless. So homeless girls are subjected to worse condition in terms of prostitution and all than boys. So that is also very pathetic for all of us. Next. Next. Most common job of a street children is rag picking, that we all know, selling newspapers, flowers on traffic signals. Often we see in the traffic signal, and we met with them when we are crossing traffic signal. They also get engaged in stealing, drug peddling, and extortion, robberies, and so many things. Next. Next. So they develop a habit of chewing tobacco, drugs, smoking. This is a very common introduction I'm giving. And then next coming into our project. So on the basis of that, World Organization of Scouts Movement, Asia Pacific region has launched the APR Ticket to Life project. I believe that all of you heard about TTL. So in short, we introduce this project as TTL project, and the full form of this project is Ticket to Life. In 2000,
Sir, you are muted.
in 2005, APR launched this program, and it
रूप जी कुछ वॉइस इश्यू आ रहा है.
Anil, next slide.
रूप जी बीच में थोड़ा वॉइस ब्रेक हो रहा था, हो सकता है इसलिए उसने बंद किया. ठीक है, कंटिन्यू.
So APR OSM and NSO have decided to address this issue and implement the APR Ticket to Life project in India. So next. Anil, next slide. So this project is aimed at children and young people in especially difficult circumstances, the age between 11 to 16 years, to enable them to meet their needs, develop a plan for their lives, and start a meaningful life through scouting that will integrate and prepare them as a responsible citizen. So Sir is here. He is the in charge of this project at Asia Pacific regional level. So under his able guidance, in 8 countries, TTL project is running. The project is aimed at children and young people in especially difficult circumstances. So those who are in difficult circumstance, and 11 to 16 years of age, boys and girls, 11 to 16 years of age, boys and girls, they are with this project. Next. So project objective is to operate scout troops where street children are existing with an increased number of children membership. Number 2 is to continuously advance under the progressive scheme of National Scout Organization. So we are trying to engage them in our progressive system, as well as increase the number of child membership. We are opening troops. We are coming in the next PPT. What exactly happened? So next slide. Project activities, they are conducting regular troop meetings, organize an annual troop camp, scout activities, special events. Then they're documenting all that records and reporting quarterly, half-yearly to appear. Next. So this is the thing. Next, I honor request to start the next PPT. Already working with 2 units, and 2 units they are working with Bharat Scouts and Guides. One in Punjab and another one is at Muradabad, Northern Railway. And there is another slide, you just check it. Another PowerPoint presentation is there. It's not coming.
It is visible, sir?
No, not visible.
No, Anil, it is just coming. It is still showing screen sharing only.
Okay, this is a beautiful logo of Ticket to Live project. And next slide, we personalize it for Bharat Scouts and Guides. Next slide, Anil. This logo we personalized for the Bharat Scouts and Guides Ticket to Live project. And next. The Ticket to Live project is a flagship project. It is already I discussed, and at present, APR is giving subsidy to these 8 countries: Bangladesh, India, Indonesia, Mongolia, Nepal, Pakistan, Philippines, and Sri Lanka. These are the 8 countries in Asia, those who are working for Ticket to Live project, flagship project. Next. The project aims at integrating street children into society through scouting. So presently 2 units are working under Ticket to Live project in India from April 2017. The name of the unit, one is Gandhi Scout Troop. It's at Muradabad, coming under Northern Railway States of Bharat Scouts and Guides. And second unit is Baba Hardayal Singh Group, Barnala, Punjab. Next. National coordinator, I am working as a national coordinator for TTL project. Ms. Amritpal Kaur is working as a unit leader for Baba Hardayal Singh Group, Punjab, and Harjinder Chahal and Devinder Kumar. They are working for Gandhi Scout Troop, Muradabad, Northern Railway. Next. So I just want to share the impact of this project for last 3 years, right from 2017 to 2020. 32 children in Baba Hardayal Singh Scout Group, 22 boys and 10 girls. Their age is between 10 to 15 years. They are working at Rahi Basti and Anaj Mandi in Barnala district. Their family belongs to below poverty lines, no permanent residence. They collect garbage, iron, paper, etc. and sell. That is their source of income. Next. Next. Highlights of the unit and activities in last not 1 year, it's last 2 years. They meet regularly at least twice a week on a particular place and time for troop meeting. It is very essential for any troop meeting that you meet in particular place and in particular time. So they maintain very much. They are familiar with the terms. They are very much familiar with the term scouting, and our founder, they know Baden Powell, who is Baden Powell and what is scouting. They know and they can sing national anthem, scout prayer, and still we are working for the flag song. They know about our national flag, BSG flag, World Scout flag, flag etiquette. At least they respect our flags. They are doing good time regularly in their area. Next. They know first aid, bandages. They celebrate and observe Art Day, Forest Day, AIDS Awareness Day. I have so many pictures for this. I'll come after this slide. They performed in 26 January. They performed in 26 January program organized by district administration in Barnala district. It's a very respective thing for them. The district administration invite them to join in that 26th January program. And 5 children admitted in the school in the last session. Out of these 32 boys and girls, 1925 children admitted in the school. Unit visited last year. Director Youth Program, Sid sir visited, and Miss RJ was also with her. So they came there, they visited Barnala, they visited their unit. Next. So these are the few photographs of how they are working in a troop meeting. They are preparing national flag. Unit leader shows them who is Baden Powell, the founder of the organization. They celebrate Mother's Day and so many days. So few pictures are here. Including this, they are trying to learn ABCD alphabet because the unit leader, she is English mistress, so she also teaches them. English alphabet. This is the visit of Simpson last year. APR visit was there. Then Gandhi Scout Troop, Muradabad, Northern Railway. They have also 32 children. Out of that, 19 boys and 13 girls. Their age is between 13 to 15 years. They are meeting regularly in the Kashmir Nagar Jajana, Muradabad district. Their family belongs to BPL. Mostly they are beggars, made in homes, child labor. They are collecting garbage, iron, papers, etc. and sell it. Next. They are also met regularly. I just want to mention you that every beginning of the session, they'll prepare the troop meeting plan and we have to submit it in APR region. So according to their troop plan, they meet regularly in a particular place, in a particular time. In this group, Gandhi Scout group, they are meeting regularly in a temple. They are giving some place for them. So they are familiar with the term scouting and their founder. They can also sing national anthem, scout prayer, scout flag song. Then national flag, flag etiquette, practice good term regularly. These all are the regular activities they are doing in the troop meeting. Next. They also teach knotting, first aid, different kinds of bandages. They are also celebrate various celebration, the Art Day, Founders Day, Children's Day. They performed in a program organized by the Railway Board Muradabad they are performing dance program when it is organized by the Railway Board Muradabad division. Back 9 dropout children admitted in the school. This is also a very good achievement for this unit. Dropout children, they are not newly admitted. They dropped out from the school and the initiative of unit leaders. Now they join in the school. And this unit also visited by Sid Castillo, Director Youth Program, in last year, 2018. Next. These are the few photographs of their activities, regular troop meetings. Next. They are celebrating Diwali. Next. This is a visit of APR Ozone officials. So this is the end of, this is the last slide for this. Once Benbal said this, the real way to gain happiness is to give it to others. I'm really thankful to APR region for their support, and I'm also thankful to both the unit leaders, those who are working with this kind of children. So it is really a very proud moment for all of us. Initially, with the help of APR, we are running 2 units in India, but anybody can start unit at their own level if they want to do something for the community, for the society. They can start this project. I am ready to help if required. Any kind of guidance or any kind of suggestions, how you start, how you progress further. Definitely Bharat Scouts and Guides National Headquarters guide you. I also try to guide you for this purpose. So thank you very much, and thank you to all those who are attending this session. So any question? Any queries? If not,
sir, there is no question, only appreciable session is there from the attendees and viewers.
thank you. I also appreciate your patience, and I also encourage you and invite you to start any rover, any ranger, any unit leader. They can start their unit, Ticket to Life unit, and definitely will help you in all respects. So thank you very much. Over to Anil.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind information about Ticket to Life. And I hope that all the viewers and attendees, they will be benefited with the information and they will come up with the project. Now I request our Executive Director, Bharat Scout and Guide, Krishna Sami sir, to sum up the session about Scout Scout for SDG. Especially our viewers, it is a very difficult. India is a vast country. If we go with only English, some of them that you remarks come that they need Hindi also. So especially I request you, sir, to sum up the session and give more input in Hindi about the SDGs for Scout. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
धन्यवाद, धन्यवाद अनलेंद्र जी। हम भारत स्काउट्स एंड गाइड्स की तरफ से सिद्ध भाई को सतत विकास लक्ष्यों के बारे में विस्तृत जानकारी देने के लिए आभार प्रकट करते हैं। सभी को विदित है कि विश्व स्तर पर सभी राष्ट्र अध्यक्ष ने 2015 में ये सतत विकास लक्ष्यों को सामने रखकर हमें एक सामूहिक विकास के लिए लक्ष्य सामने रखा। 17 ऐसे लक्ष्य हमारा सामने हैं जिनके बारे में आपने सिद्ध की स्लाइड में देखा। ये सामूहिक रूप से विश्व को आगे बढ़ने के लिए एक मौका देता है। इसके साथ साथ सभी व्यक्तियों को अपने जिम्मेदारी जो स्काउटिंग की हमारे लक्ष्य में लिखा गया है कि स्काउटिंग की जो उद्देश्य जो है हर एक व्यक्ति को अपने समाज में, राष्ट्र में और विश्व में एक कार्य करने वाला व्यक्ति के रूप में आगे लाने के लिए है। तो सतत विकास लक्ष्यों के उद्देश्य ये कि ये सतत विकास लक्ष्य हम अपने तरक्की के लिए आज हमारे आसपास की जो भी हमारे पास के रिसोर्सेस जो है उनको हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं, लेकिन हम ये नहीं देखते हैं क्या हमारे आगे आने वाला पीढ़ी के लिए हम कुछ बचा के रख पा रहे हैं कि नहीं रख पा रहे। अगर आज विश्व भर में क्या हमारे विश्व का परिदृश्य पर्यावरण की दृष्टि से या समुद्रों की, नदियों की जो खराब हो रहा है, इसके लिए क्या कारण है? कारण ये देखता है कि जब गरीबी था या भूखमरी थी तो हमने ऐसे प्रयास किया कि सबको खाना पहुंचाना है, लेकिन हमने ये नहीं सोचा क्या हम रासायनिक खाद के माध्यम से अगर हम उपज बनाएंगे आगे आने वाला पीढ़ी के लिए बंजर जमीन छूंगे। तो सतत विकास लक्ष्य को जब आप देखेंगे आपको एक एक लक्ष्य को इस तरीके से देखना है कि जमीन पर जो जीव है उसके बारे में क्यों सोच रहे हैं, पानी के अंदर जो जीवन है उसके बारे में हम क्यों सोच रहे हैं, लंबे समय तक टिकने वाले शहरों के बारे में हम क्यों सोच रहे हैं, साफ ऊर्जा का बारे में हम क्यों सोच रहे हैं। लेकिन ये सबसे आखिरी में दो चीज ऐसा है कि शांति और सद्भाव, पार्टनरशिप, एक दूसरे से मिलकर इस विकास दर को आगे बढ़ाने में सभी को मदद करना है और आगे आने वाले पीढ़ी के बारे में सोच के हमें काम करना है। क्योंकि आगे आने वाले पीढ़ी की सोच नहीं होने की वजह से हमने हमारे जो संपदा है वो खनिज संपदा हो सकता है, अगर पहाड़ों में से मिलने वाले पेड़ पौधे हैं, इन सबको हमने ऐसे इस्तेमाल किया कि हम सुखी रहें, लेकिन आगे आने वाले पीढ़ी सुखी है, उसके लिए सतत विकास लक्ष्य, सतत विकास लक्ष्य का उद्देश्य ये है आज तो हम विकास पा रहे हैं लेकिन ये आगे वाले पीढ़ी के लिए भी रहे। इस विकास लक्ष्यों के ऊपर स्काउट्स एक संगठन के रूप में, संस्था के रूप में क्यों काम करना है, इसके बारे में हमने देखा कि विश्व भर में 50 दशक स्काउट आज की तारीख में है। अगर हर एक व्यक्ति 1 घंटा भी अपने समय से इन विकास कार्यों के लिए समय देगा तो विश्व भर में हम करोड़ों घंटे की सेवा दे सकते हैं। हमारी जो काम करने की प्रवृत्ति के बारे में जो सवाल पूछा गया, क्या ये व्यक्तिगत रूप से करना है या सामूहिक रूप से करना है? सिद्ध भाई ने ये आपको जवाब दिया, हम तो एक व्यक्तिगत से काम करेंगे ही करेंगे, लेकिन स्काउटिंग के मेथड या हमारी जो पद्धति क्या है, छोटे समूहों में करना है। तो सतत विकास लक्ष्य को भी पाने के लिए हमें ये सोचना है कि हमारे जो कार्यक्रम आज उपलब्ध है एपीआरओ पार्ट 2 पार्ट 3 में, हम हर एक कार्यक्रम को देख के सतत विकास लक्ष्य के साथ मिला के देखेंगे, हमारे हर एक कार्यक्रम सतत विकास लक्ष्यों की पूर्ति के लिए मददगार है। हमारे जो प्रोफिशिएंसी बैडजेस है, दक्षता पदकों की जो श्रृंखला हम देखेंगे, हमारे सतत विकास लक्ष्यों के पूर्ति के लिए ये मददगार है। हमें ये देखना है, एक संस्था के रूप में हमारे इलाके में ऐसे कौन सा कार्य को करने से हम सतत विकास लक्ष्य के लिए मददगार स्थापित हो सकते हैं। रेगिस्तान में वृक्षारोपण करना, पौधों को लगाना और पर्यावरण में सुधार लाना एक कार्य हो सकता है। हमारे राजस्थान राज्य में 5000 से ज्यादा इको क्लब आज की तारीख में काम कर रहे हैं, स्काउट गाइड उनकी नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं। इसके मतलब यह है कि हमारे आज के जो कार्यक्रम है सतत विकास लक्ष्यों का पूर्ति के लिए पहले से ही कार्य कर रहा है, लेकिन विश्व स्तर पे जब नए आयाम पाने के लिए कुछ चेष्टा की जाती है तो हमें एक संस्था के रूप में उसे अडॉप्ट करना है। अब जो सबसे नया जो कार्यक्रम हमारे सामने आया है, पहले विश्व पर्यावरण के लिए वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट बार्ज या वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट प्रोग्राम था। अब बहुत सारे ऐसे कार्यक्रमों को समावेश करके अर्थ ट्राइब के नाम से नया कार्यक्रम आगे लाया गया। तो भारत स्काउट गाइड में हम हर एक व्यक्ति को यह सोचना है, हमारे जो कार्यक्रम आज जो हम कर रहे हैं वो इस लक्ष्य को कहां पूर्ति करती है, और हमें जो आज कार्य करना चाहिए था वही कार्य आज भी करना है, लेकिन उसकी पूर्ति में ये देखना है कि कौन सी सतत विकास लक्ष्य को पूर्ण करने में हमें सहयोग देता है या विश्व में एक नया या बेहतर विश्व का निर्माण में मददगार स्थापित हो सकती है। आखिरी में अरूप सरकार जी द्वारा जो प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में बताया, टिकट टू लाइफ, अपने जीवन के लिए एक मौका उन बच्चों को दिया जाने का एक कार्यक्रम है। श्री अब्दुल्ला रशीद जब एशिया पैसिफिक रीजन के रीजनल डायरेक्टर थे, उस समय इस कार्यक्रम में हमने शुरू किया था। ओडिशा और गोरखपुर में दो ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट टिकट टू लाइफ के माध्यम से दल चलाए गए थे, और हमें 2014-15 में जब उनमें से बच्चों को मिलने का मौका मिला, हमें ये महसूस हुआ कि स्काउटिंग के लोगों के माध्यम से कुछ बच्चों के जीवन में जो अभिलषणीय हम बदलाव जाना चाहते थे वो ला पाया। तो आज भी जो अरूप सरकार जी 2 यूनिट्स के बारे में आपको जो बताया, ये राष्ट्रीय मुख्यालय द्वारा सहयोग के साथ चलाने वाले 2 ऐसे कार्यक्रम हैं। लेकिन इसके अलावा उत्तर प्रदेश में कुछ हमारे साथी स्ट्रीट चिल्ड्रंस के प्रोग्राम चलाते हैं। टिकट टू लाइफ के प्रोग्राम स्काउटिंग कार्यक्रम को मुख्य उद्देश्य के रूप में चलाया जाता है, साथ उन्हें अपने स्किल्स का भी शिक्षा दी जाती है। लेकिन बाकी जो हमारे साथी देश में अलग अलग जगह जो बच्चे ऐसे परिवेश में हैं जिनके माँ बाप उनको स्कूल भेज नहीं पा रहे हैं या उनको मदद नहीं पा रहे हैं, ऐसे भी दल संचालित की जा रही है। डॉक्यूमेंटेशंस बहुत कम है, लेकिन हमें गाजियाबाद में ऐसे एक यूनिट पिछले 2 साल में जो सलित की जा रही है सनराइज के नाम से डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमिश्नर गाइड और उनके रोवर रेंजरों के माध्यम से, ऐसे बहुत सारे जो लोग अभी आप अगर ऐसे बच्चों के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, आप भी आपकी जो कार्य है इसको राष्ट्रीय मुख्यालय में विशेष तौर पर अरूप सरकार जी को आप अपने जानकारियां साझा करें, ताकि हम दूसरों को ये बता सकें कि सतत विकास लक्ष्य सिर्फ स्काउट्स अपना कार्य से नहीं सिद्ध करते हैं, दूसरों के विकास में मददगार होते हुए भी हम इनको प्राप्त करते हैं। सिद्ध जी की जो प्रोजेक्ट के आखिरी में हमने था कि आज की तारीख में ऐसे विश्व स्तर पर 5-6 कार्यक्रम हैं जो स्काउटिंग गाइडिंग के माध्यम से विकास लक्ष्यों की प्राप्ति के लिए की जा रही है। क्या भारत स्काउट गाइड में हम ये कर पा रहे हैं? ये सवाल आप पूछने के साथ साथ हमें ये भी सोचना है, बहुत सारे ऐसे जो स्काउट संगठन है जिनके पास हमारे जैसा एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड प्रोग्राम एपीआरओ में, जैसे हमने अलग अलग स्तर के कार्यक्रम लगा के बच्चों को कार्यक्रम दे रहे हैं, ऐसे बहुत देशों में नहीं है। वहां बच्चे स्काउट में आते हैं, उनको कार्यक्रम देने का काम उस देश की राष्ट्रीय स्काउट संगठन करता है। वो क्या करते हैं, विश्व स्काउट संगठन के कार्यक्रमों को वैसे ही अडॉप्ट करते हैं और उनको प्रस्तुत करते हैं। लेकिन हमारे इसमें हमारे पहले जो पीडीए ट्रेनर्स और ऑर्गेनाइजर्स और कमिश्नर्स रहे हैं, उन्होंने हमारे देश में बच्चों के हिसाब से हर एक जो कार्यक्रम सतत विकास की और जो लक्ष्य प्राप्ति कर सकते हैं, ऐसे कार्यक्रम पहले हमें दिया है। तो हम उनके माध्यम से ही ये जो कार्यक्रम है इसको हम अचीव करते हैं। उसके साथ साथ राष्ट्रीय मुख्यालय के स्तर पर अभी प्लास्टिक ट्रे टर्नर के लिए आपके सामने प्रोजेक्ट्स आई है, सभी स्टेटों को एक कोटा दिया, तो राष्ट्रीय मुख्यालय भी इन कार्यक्रमों को समय पर आपके सामने प्रस्तुत कर रहा है। मेरा आप सभी से अनुरोध, सभी यूनिट लीडर, स्टेट और डिस्ट्रिक्ट के जो कार्यकर्ता हैं, आप इन कार्यक्रमों को अपने सीखने के साथ साथ अपने स्थानीय स्तर पर स्थानीय भाषाओं में अपने सदस्यों का बीच में रखें, ताकि हम सतत विकास लक्ष्यों को प्राप्त करने में एक संगठन के और तौर पर हम काम कर सकें। आखिरी में कार्य के नेकी करो कुएं में डालो, वो जमाना नहीं रहा। हमें दूसरों को बोलना है, हमारे भलाई के लिए नहीं है, हम जैसे कार्य करते हैं उसको देखते हुए दूसरे भी अपने कार्य को आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं। www.scout.org में जिन लोगों ने अपना अभी तक रजिस्टर नहीं किया, आप रजिस्टर करें। आप जो कार्य को करते हैं उसको आप उसमें प्रस्तुत करें, ताकि सभी दूसरे जो साथी हैं उनको ये मालूम हो जाए कि हम इस तरह से सतत विकास लक्ष्यों को प्राप्त करने में मददगार साबित कर सकते हैं। आज का इस सेशन के लिए हम सिड जो रीजनल एपीआर के डायरेक्टर हैं एजुकेशन का, उनका भी धन्यवाद हैं। ओवर टू अनिल शर्मा। थैंक यू वेरी मच अनिल।
Thank you very much, sir. It's more interesting, and those our friends, they asked to translate to Hindi. I hope that they all are happy now. मुझे उम्मीद है सभी लोग को ज़्यादा समझ में आया है। जो लोग में व्यूज कमेंट कर रहे थे जो हिंदी में भी सही है। We are at the last part of the webinar, so I request our Deputy Director Boy Program, Amar Bisatri sir, to give the information about the next part of the webinar, since we have this webinar in 2 parts, 5th to 8 and 17th to 28th. I request Amar Bisatri sir to come over it. Amar sir. Amar sir, are you audible? Before Amar sir come, I request the Gurujit ji to share a short video clips about the SDG, which can be more entertainable for all of us.
बड़े ध्यानपूर्वक
together with a call to action for a better world by 2030. They agreed on 17
Up chair.
world to make these goals a reality. And who better to lead the charge than 50 million scouts? You may know us as the ones who give a helping hand to the elderly, keep forests clean, run donation drives, or who are generally just good, active citizens. And have you heard of the Scouts welcoming refugees in Turkey? Or leading peace talks in Colombia? Or the ones giving thousands of students access to clean water in South Sudan? We've already completed over 1 billion hours of community service for the SDGs. Whether it's something really big or really small, we can all do something to make these goals a reality. By taking millions of local actions in almost every community, we're making the world's largest youth contribution to the SDGs. We're just trying to make this world a little better every day. We're Scouts for SDGs.
Thank you, Gunajit. Over to Amarji. Over to Amar sir. Okay, I think networks, there is some fault with Amar sir. So I took the privilege to express our sincere thanks to our speaker, Sid Castillo. Thank you very much, sir, to come over to BSD India. On behalf of Bharat Scout and Guide India, we express our sincere thanks to you.
Thank you, sir.
We also express our sincere thanks to our Vice President, Senior Leader of Bharat Scout and Guide, Dr. KP Mishra, sir. It is not a thanks, sir. We are really grateful to you. You are here with full webinar, and always we are getting your full support and guidance. Really thankful to KP Mishra, sir. And also we extended our sincere thanks to Ashok Agralji, the Vice President of BSD India and President of Madhya Pradesh Bharat Scout and Guide. We need your support, and this is all programs is run with your guidance and advice. So we are really thankful to you. We also extend our sincere thanks on behalf of the team of this webinar to our Executive Director, Krishna Sami sir, to you make the webinar more impactful by translating to Hindi, and I hope that in the next days to come, you are always with us and will support to the viewers and attendees of this webinar. We express our sincere thanks to Arup Sarkarji to inform about TTL project. And on behalf of all this team of this webinar, we extend our sincere thanks to our Director, Rajkumar Kaushik sir, and team of Bharat Scout and Guide professionals. With your kind support only it has happened. Without your guidance, sir, we could not made it successful. And this is information for all viewers and attendees and panelists. This webinar is we make in two parts. The first part of this webinar is over here today, that is 5th to 8th of August. Again, we are going to meet you on 17th to 28th August. Some more topic about Better World Frameworks. And with the support of Uzam APR, we are having the resource person from APR region. So it will be more informative for you. So sincere thanks to all of you. And I'll be called, I extend our sincere thanks. Madhusudan Abalasar, Deputy International Commissioner Scout. He is always with our team and supporting us, and all the days in the webinar, in technical side and all the session side, Madhu always with us and supporting. So thank you, Madhu sir, and also thank you to all the technical team and all the members of the webinar team group. Thank you very much, and over to today's MC Sharon Raj. Thank you, Sharon Raj.
Thank you, sir. We came to the end of today's webinar. I once again thank you all the guest panelists, attendees and viewers for this webinar. Share your activities in scout.org and stay home, stay safe. Thank you all.